Hello everybody and welcome back to the tutorial series. Tutorial I think number 5. I had a bit of trouble thinking about what I want to show you next. And today we are going into a little bit of detail about the smoothing function. And I want to show you one more tool that I think you might need, or a tool that you might enjoy. So this is basically what we're going for today. First off, we're going to grab all our objects that we made, remove the symmetry, and giving them proper names so I actually know what is in this scene. Okay, so symmetry removed, properly named. And now we are going to grab all of these and move them out of the way, because I want to work on the chair again. What we also can do is just click the little I button here, this one. And if I do that, the object gets invisible, so I can't accidentally select it in the scene, and I can focus on whatever I work on right now. Okay, so let me remove this. Okay, and we're going in. So what I want to do is I want to have a little cushion on the top of the chair that people can sit on. Actually, let me rearrange this so that the chair is on the very bottom. This is simply for me so that every new added item that gets put in the scene tree is getting put on the bottom, so that I have an easier way of actually having a kind of structure here. Okay. So what I want to show you first is how the smoothing tool actually works. So I'm going to select center origin. This is a thing that actually happens. So if you select the cube, and sometimes it selects a very odd space to start the cube. Okay, so I have my cube right here, and now, interesting thing, if I smooth this down, for example 2, you see that it becomes kind of a sphere, which is kind of weird on the first thing. What smoothing tries to do is basically it extrapolates, or it measures the distance between 3 or more lines, and then it tries to make it a symmetrical function in some kind. I'm not really good at math, so I can only tell you what I understand is basically that it tries to curve it smoothly about the areas. So a cube with distances for everything in the same area is going to become a sphere. If I make this, if I morph this a bit, just with the scaling tools, and I smooth it down, you will see that it's become kind of an oval shape. Okay, so this is something we don't want for our I mean, we could technically try to use this as a pillow, but this is not what we want. So instead we're going to trick a little bit, and this is where the next tool comes in. Step 1, select edges. I'm selecting one edge, and if I press K, select ring edges. Yeah, you can also get this from the right mouse button menu. Select ring edges. He selects basically all the edges that are not connected, that form a ring, as you can see. And now I'm going to use the connect tool. What it does is it grabs the selected edges, and it basically cuts them down in the middle. It adds another edge in the middle of them. So for example, if I grab these two edges, now with this time with holding shift and clicking on both, and I use the connection tool, it puts a single edge in the middle there. Okay. What we're going to use is we're going to manipulate the shape to make a smooth but not completely round pillow. It's a bit complicated, but in the end I want to show you what the symmetry tool does and doesn't do, and I wanted to introduce the connect tool, which I have bound to Alt and A because I use it frequently. So select one edge, press K, and use the connection tool again. Now you can see I have two or more lines here. Going to select this one, and so this time with the L button I can select the whole ring, so the loop, and I'm going to draw this down to here, down to the side. Going to select the other one, and here's something I want to show you: the rectangular selection. Right, if I'm in the right view and I select, I fully select this edge here, he selects the whole ring, because even though you can't see it, the whole ring is in the selection. Yeah, same would go for the top view. If I select this, he would select the whole ring. Okay, moving this to the outside. So far so good. Next thing we're going to do is going to select the front, one of the long front edges, pressing K again for select ring edges, Alt A or connection tool, select this, press L to get the whole ring, and move this to the side, and rinse repeat one time. Okay, what did I do now? I basically just subdivided the whole area into little pieces and chunks, because I want to trick the symmetry tool into doing the smoothing tool into what I want. I'm going to flatten this now, and now if, for example, I select if I select this edge, wait. Okay, let me show you another tool. You've seen me use this one quite a bit. The View Detail tool gives you a kind of red rectangle and a crosshair. If you press the crosshair and pull the rectangle out, you basically zoom in on a certain point, which helps with detailed work on some smaller stuff. Okay, so let me pull up another cube just to demonstrate. This cube, if you see the face that I grabbed, the upper face, if I use the smoothing tool, he will use these two edges and these two edges, so these four edges, to determine the curve of this one face. So it will obviously become round because this is a symmetrical selection of I even though I don't want this. If I go to my other form, now form 14, which I will now rename into pillow, just because I can. This is basically the same face, the top face, but this time if I want to use the smoothing tool, he will select these four edges, which are all on a linear on a plane, on an even plane, and while he will curve it on the outsides quite a bit, he will not curve it on the inside, or he will not curve it on the inside as much. So it will be less round. Okay, so this is why we actually made all these edges, and why we put them to the outside, so we have so we can manipulate the curvature of the smoothing tool. Okay, let's see if it works. And you can see that while we have round edges, but we have actually a flat surface instead of, if I smooth this down, a round surface, right? This looks more like a ball, and this looks actually flat. Okay, we're going to delete form 15. Press on it, press del for delete. We're going to back to our pillow, and we're going to make a little dent in the middle so that it actually looks a bit fluffy, like a pillow on a chair. What we're going to do is we're going to select edges again, select the middle edge here, press K to select the whole yeah, basically the whole 90 degree moved loop, and we're going to use the connection tool again. Boom. Okay, so far it didn't really change its shape, which is fine, because now we're going to grab these two edges, the one on the left and right, and we're going to pull them up a bit. And as you can see, getting a bit of a pillowy effect. Next, I want to move both of these to the middle, around the same pull. So what I'm going to do is I can move them, but then I move them both to the same area. I could use the symmetry tool, but I'm not sure they are symmetrical, because I'm not 100% sure I have them on the right. I basically eyeballed this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the scale tool and pull them inwards a bit. As you can see, the shape moves a bit, because this these four lines get shorter, their curvature changes. Because he smoothes this down, he adds different curves, and the software just has to manipulate this a lot. This is basically what it looks like in the end, and this is actually more or less the shape that I want. You can play a bit around with this one and see what happens if you manipulate this one's shape, if you move it further inwards or downwards in this case. What happens if you move the outer spaces as well? But so we have our seating pillow for the chair. We're going to make the chair visible. Going to grab our pillow. Going to move it on top of the chair. Okay, so you can see it's not really the perfect size, so going to make this a bit bigger, move it more in the middle, make it a bit longer. This is basically just perfection. So we want to have it clip a bit, but not too much. This is simply so it looks actually part of the chairish. Okay, and there you have it. We can put this in the chair. So if you just drag and drop this on the scene tree, you can just have it be part of the chair. Now you can also manipulate simple parts of this by hand. Now could, for example, grab these the leaning part, use the same tool and pull this back a bit so it looks a bit more sophisticated, but this is basically your personal style. You can also, for example, grab the legs, select faces. With Control and A, you select all faces. Can tessellate this once, and now if you smooth this down, this looks very weird. So we're not going to do that. Yeah, you could basically work again with the connection tool and the smoothing to make the chair a bit more round, a bit more yeah, consumer friendly, you could say. It looks a bit less threatening, less edgy. Yeah, I'm going to let you do that. So everyone who is watching tutorial, who is trying to work along, can manipulate their own chair in their way that they want to. And it would be really cool if those of you who do, I don't know, either drop the chair on Discord and show me what you can do, what you did. This would be really interesting for me to actually see if anyone is watching this and using it. Yeah, so if you feel like doing that, I'll leave the link to my 3D Discord in the comments below. Other than that, next time I will probably have to work with the whole material section before we can move on to pull Desk 3D into this tutorial series as well. And yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. For today, I can say thanks for watching. I hope you're all healthy, I hope you're all safe, I hope you're all okay, and see you guys around.